Danny Healy-Rae.
I'm glad to get the opportunity to talk on this very important bill here, and I support this bill too, as everyone that's elected here should. I believe it was spoken about the people that died in the terrible conditions in those containers, and especially that one a couple of years ago, and it was spoken about the heat and the lack of water and everything, but they actually died for no air, having no air. And the thought of that and the kind of death that was totally inhuman, and we must ensure that anyone that is involved in that kind of carry on and comes before the court here in courts here in this country, that have to be dealt with, and dealt with seriously, and it's the worst type of a crime to do that to another human being or to human beings. And I mean, human trafficking is a grave violation of human rights, and it's a global problem that affects people from various regions who are trying to go to a better world, and they can't be blamed for that, including those seeking better opportunities. And traffickers prey on the dreams and the vulnerabilities of migrants, promising them a brighter future but subjecting them to unimaginable exploitation. One alarming aspect of the human trafficking in Ireland is the practice of confiscating identification documents from their victims before they even land in the country that they're going to. The tactic is part of a broader strategy to keep victims from trapped and under the traffickers' control. Traffickers often confiscate identification documents for several reasons. There's something as well that we're being told is that the EU data for 2019-2020 revealed that child victims represented 23% of all registered victims in the EU. However, in Ireland, only 9 children were identified as victims during the same period, accounting for less than half of the total victims. This discrepancy between the EU and Irish averages is striking and suggests that potential issues with identifying child trafficking victims in Ireland. So this bill is very important to prevent also the exploitation of women for whatever reason, for sexual reasons or whatever, prostitution. And we must endeavour to ensure that these people, these women and men and children, are treated humanely, and that they're not, that these traffickers who are involved in these desperate money-making operations are deterred from that by dealing with them properly here in our country, and ensure that the might of the law is brought upon them, and that they pay for their practices severely.